Then what you need to do is stamp. I've already cut these out so that you don't have to sit and watch me cutting and sticking. More haste, less speed. Stamp your Fireside image onto a piece of white cardstock and colour the image in completely. You don't need to colour in the foliage, just the actual fire itself, the Fireside itself. Then cut this piece out, and by the magic of television, and then cut the fire out from the centre. I started off by just punching a hole with my crocodile and then cutting the square out by hand. Then what you need to do is to stamp the image again on vellum. I like to use vellum card just because I like it to be that little bit sturdier. You will need to stamp it with StazOn because therefore it won't smudge. Then you need to turn it over and colour in the fire. I've used So Saffron, pumpkin pie and a little bit of cherry cobbler for the flames, and then chocolate chip around the outside, and then cut this piece out. Turn over your coloured image. This was a bit that I'd done already. I made a mistake when I was videoing, so ignore that. I've already had sticky stuff on it. Line up your flames and you'll have this. Okay? Now take your front mat and using the 1 1/4 punch again, go in as far as you can on the cardstock and punch. You just need to make sure that you get within the Fireside image. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, this is where I should have music playing or something motivational. I don't know. Instead I can hear the dog barking. And then I'm going to stick my Fireside image on here. Okay. Now I've taken a piece of the cherry cobbler seam binding and stuck that onto the top of this mat. Then I've cut 2 pieces using the dotted scallop trim border punch. You need 2 pieces. It's a bit of a mouthful. And I'm going to line this piece up, and I like to cut them with scrap larger than the actual size of my card so that I can line the edges up and I get the same at each side. I'm not going to cut this because I don't want to have an untidy edge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over and then again pop a little bit of snail on the back of my card and glue it on. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to put a piece of snail here, and I've tied a bow with the cherry cobbler seam binding. I'm just going to pop it in the middle. There we go. Then put some snail. And place my card. Okay, so it looks finished at the front. You can see that. But on the inside it's very untidy. So what you need to do to tidy that up is take a piece of scrap cherry cobbler, and I'm going to use the 3/4 circle punch and punch a circle out, and then go back in with the 1 1/2 inch punch and around that. So this gives this kind of shape, like a hoop. I don't know what you would call that. Then put some snail around this. And where the fire is, I'm just going to line the mat up, the circle up. So this is where the light will shine through. Okay. Now I want to position my trim. What I've done with this piece of the border punch is I've put 3 brads in, just because it helps the easel stay up a little. I can't do this upside down, I'm afraid. So I'm going to go here and put a little bit of snail on each side of my brads. And I kind of want my card to be about there. So this is where I'm going to stick, roughly. I've got to go back again and straighten it up. I know, I'm really fiddly, I'm pedantic, I need to have it in exactly the same, the correct place. Then trim. And that would be my card standing up, so that when I put the battery operated tea light in, the fire flickers. I hope that's helpful. I will, there is a post on my blog that will tell you the sizes of the cardstock that you need. I will try and do a PDF so you can download the instructions and do it picture wise.